Now let us discuss the structure of pollen grain. Pollen grain is considered as male gametophyte of an angiosperm. Male gametophyte of an angiosperm. The term gametophyte refers to the plant body that produces gametes. So pollen grain is the type of plant body that produces male gametes. So it is considered as male gametophyte. Let us see the structure of pollen grain. Pollen grain is almost circular in outline, which measures around 25 to 50 micrometers. Pollen grain is circular in outline, measures around 25 to 50 micrometers. The pollen grain or mature pollen grain is made up of two wall layers. They are exine and intine. The outermost wall layer of the pollen grain is called exine, and the inner wall layer of the pollen grain is called intine. The outermost wall layer, that is exine wall layer, is made up of deposition of an organic material known as sporopollenin. Sporopollenin. So this sporopollenin is an organic material that is very hard, and there are no such enzymes that can degrade this enzyme. So within the exine wall layer, there is a thin wall layer known as intine, and this intine wall layer is made up of cellulose and pectin. Cellulose and pectin. So outermost wall layer is made up of an organic material known as sporopollenin. The inner wall layer is made up of the material known as cellulose as well as pectin. So these are the two wall layers of pollen grain. So in certain regions in the outer wall layer, that is exine layer, there is no deposition of sporopollenin. So such regions where there is no deposition of sporopollenin form germ pores. There are certain regions where there is no deposition of sporopollenin. So such regions form germ pores. It is through these germ pores, the pollen grain germinate and the intine wall layer protrudes out. So this is how pollen grain germinates, through germ pores. So let us see this internal structure of pollen grain. The internal structure of pollen grain shows that there are two cells, one larger cell known as vegetative cell and one more smaller cell known as generative cell. The large vegetative cell is densely filled with cytoplasm. It has got rhizomaterial stored in it, vacuoles as well as an irregular nucleus. So how is a vegetative cell? Vegetative cell is larger. It has got densely filled cytoplasm. It has got vacuoles as well as rhizophore material and an irregular nucleus. Found floating in the cytoplasm of vegetative cell, there is a small spindle-shaped cell. Found floating in the cytoplasm of vegetative cell, there is a small spindle-shaped cell known as generative cell. So the generative cell has got densely filled cytoplasm as well as prominent nucleus. So this is the structure of pollen grain. You have to remember that pollen grain is the main gametophyte of an angiosperm. And please practice this diagram. This is also important and can be asked for 3 marks or for 5 marks with explanation. In 60% of the angiosperms, these pollen grains are released from the anther in two-celled stage. So what is a two-celled stage and what are those two cells? A pollen grain having a vegetative cell as well as generative cell. But in remaining 40% of the angiospermic flowers or angiospermic plants, the pollen grains are released in three-celled stage. Now let us see what is this three-celled stage. So you know that pollen grain has got two cells, a vegetative cell as well as a generative cell. In 40% of the angiospermic plants or the flowers, they usually shed their pollen grain in three-celled stage. That is a vegetative cell and two male gametes. Now let us see how these two male gametes are formed. So two male gametes are formed due to mitotic division of generative cell. So in certain angiosperms, pollen grains are shed in three-celled stage having a vegetative cell as well as two male gametes. Now let us discuss about the economic importance of pollen grain. So pollen grains that are usually released from the anthers may be allergic for some people. Especially the pollen grains of certain plants like Parthenium, they are highly allergic or it may cause allergic reactions in certain individuals or certain members. So this pollen grains of Parthenium may cause some chronic respiratory disorders like asthma as well as bronchitis. In addition to this, the pollen grains are also used as food supplements. So since these pollen grains are rich in protein as well as they are having reserve food material, they are mainly used as food supplements. So such pollen grains, they are available, especially in Western countries, they are available in the form of tablets. So such pollen tablets are consumed mainly for giving better performance, especially in sports. So usually this is used by athletes for giving better performance in their sports activities. So now let us discuss about the viability of pollen grains. So this viability of pollen grain is called pollen viability. Now let us discuss what is this viability of pollen grains. You know that the pollen grains, once that are formed inside the anther will dehisce in the line of dehiscence and the pollen grains are released from the anther. So such pollen grains that are released from the anther will be carried either by any of the biotic pollinating agents or with the help of abiotic pollinating agents. They are carried and they are deposited on the surface of stigma. So such a process where the pollen grains are released from the anther and the pollen grains get deposited on the surface of the stigma is called pollination. So we'll see how long the pollen grains retain the ability to germinate on the surface of stigma, and this particular process is known as pollen viability. So pollen viability is a time period where the pollen grain retains the ability to germinate. Pollen viability is the time period where the pollen grain retains the ability to germinate. So this pollen viability varies in different species, flowers of different species. There are certain species of flowers where pollen grains have the viability or they retain the viability to germinate for about 30 minutes. For example, in rice, wheat, such flowers have got, or the pollen grains of such flowers have pollen viability for about 30 minutes. But there are certain species of flowers where the pollen grain retains the viability to months together, maybe for about a month or more than a month. So this is about viability of pollen grains. And based on the plant breeding program, you might have heard that in plant breeding programs, usually the scientists or biologists who work on plant breeding experiments, they usually collect the pollen grains which are stored. So you have to remember that pollen grains can be stored in liquid nitrogen at around minus 196 degree Celsius. Okay, so this is known. This is how we store the pollen grains in liquid nitrogen for about minus 196 degrees. You might have heard about storage of semen, storage of sperms, storage of seeds. The same way, even pollen grains can be stored for longer time and can be used in any of the plant breeding experiments.